And that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
I am going to ask a stupid question. Is weight on a potential partner a preference or a necessity?
Give me some context. What do you mean?
So, like, if you're dating and you're like, yo, I don't want to date nobody that's like 275. Is that like I prefer not to date somebody 275, or is like I need that to be 275 pounds ever?
I think that's preference.
Okay.
You know, you don't want nobody that's 275. So, you're not going to date anybody that's 275 if that's all that's available.
Okay. All right. KG?
You started the show hitting on Nia Jax.
No, she's 272. She lost a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight though. No, she was 272. She hit a 190 mark now. She lost a bunch.
Lost that much?
Yeah, she lost. You ain't checked the Instagram? She is not built the same no more.
I wasn't a Nia stan like you, Joe.
You guys missing out. Missing out on that, brother. Missed out on that one. That was a lot of pound cake there.
The Amazon connoisseur, but Nia never really did it for me.
Look, man, listen. And my opinion,
also to answer your question, I would never date someone that I wanted to change. So if I was fine with I'm not fine with 275, but if people are, go ahead, go for it.
I feel like if you don't know the context of what like the ratio, the height to ratio is, then you shouldn't say that it's a preference. I feel like if you don't know that someone at 6'4", 200 pounds, what that looks like versus what 5'1", 200 pounds looks like, and you think 200 pounds is fat, I feel like you're not getting a real good context of what that is. Because what I see is on my, on my social media platforms, or all my IGs, my Twitters, and my TikToks, and all the above, people saying that they refuse to date somebody at 200 pounds. And I feel like you don't know how much that really is. Like, I really like the context on that. Because I've dated somebody with 5'9", like close to 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell that she's close to 200 pounds. So I feel like if you don't know the ratio,
height is deceptive because you can't really mask 200 pounds at 5'1". Like technically at my height, I'm supposed to be no more than 140, 135 or something like that. At 150 is considered obese at my height. Believe it or not. So somebody, what did you say, 6'4", 5'9", 200 pounds, it's going to look a little leaner on them because they got a little more length to them, pause. But, so anybody that's like you said, I think you said 6'4", 200 pounds, they're going to look even, smaller because, more length to them. So it's a deceptive thing.
I feel like if you don't, this is my thing. If you don't like big women, you don't like big women. I get that. I understand. That ain't for you. That's not for you. Okay, you're not built that way. Well, cool. It's not for you. Okay, built like myself, who are in that realm, who understands what that weight actually is. I feel like that say so is a more conscious and aware say so than anything else. Because if you don't know what that is, you don't know what that is. And you shouldn't speak on it, because there are people who you can tell you didn't pass math class. Okay, you don't know how much 200 pounds of feather is versus 200 pounds of sand. You think it weighs different stuff. Okay, you're stupid. You don't know that. And they have this deception that, if she weighs 200 pounds, she's fat. Well, no, because I don't think you know how much that really is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, depending on the height, she might be pleasantly plump, but there's a such thing as a very shapely woman at that size. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the things where you can still enjoy them at that weight, and it's very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, okay, sure, we're not supposed to judge people, and we're not supposed to be that vain, but this is society, man. This is the world we live in. It happens. Like, people like what they like. The first thing, you can't say, "Oh, I like their character," when you first see somebody. You see their appearance first, so you have to go off of looks first, unfortunately. Unless you have time to, invest into getting to actually know somebody, then yeah, you off top, you have to go off of their looks first.
I get that. But what?
So
Okay.
I don't judge when people do that. I've been susceptible of that myself. I've gotten judged for that myself. Some people afterwards, they're like, "Oh man, Tim's awesome." But I understand at the same time too. I might not be some women's cup of tea, and that's cool.
I honestly genuinely feel like that. Okay, here's what I would say. What's good, Clark Street? What's good, y'all? Here's what I will say, and I'm saying this from my own perspective. This is not a hot take perspective. This is a strictly joking on a third perspective. This is my perspective.
Okay.
If you cannot deadlift more than your own weight, then that's who you should be with. That's it. If you are 150 and you can't deadlift more than 150, you be with 150. That's who you be with. That's fine. Okay, but you have no right to say what is big or what is light. To me, because I work out, 225 pounds is light work on a deadlift. That's light work. That's up, it's down, that's it. It's light work. Okay. 315 to me is also light work too. I'm aware that for me, when it goes down to weight with who I'm dating or who I'm talking to or whatever, the weight thing is not a thing. It doesn't even matter to me, whatever. But that's for me. Mm-hmm. I genuinely feel like if you don't know the dynamics, the ratio, or how things work with weight should not be your preference. If you can't really, in your mental capacity, understand the math behind weight and what it actually is with 200 pounds. Like if I ask you what's heavier, 200 pounds of feathers or 200 pounds of sand, and you say sand, I'm gonna be like, you didn't hear anything I just said.
Nope.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. We're gonna shut it. I'm sorry. I just felt like it. I'm sorry. Yep. I'm just gonna start the show. Here we go. Welcome to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. I am Joe Freeline, aka I am the one tweeting, aka I am the champ, aka the answer is always on the face. Everyone nod. Everyone nod in unison. We're a group. Everyone nod. Everyone. I'll keep nodding until y'all nod. Y'all all gonna nod. Everyone nod. Nod. No, nod. Nod.
Burgundy?
No. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of wrestling to talk about, and I took up a lot of time for no reason because I just feel like talking about that for no reason. Next, I want to introduce the pleasantly spicy, the always sweet and tart at the same time, the proper 12 poppy, the redhead revolver, and the redhead redeemer. Talk to him, KJ!
Shouts out to Joe because he was eating good earlier with his shrimp tacos and his rice pilaf. But I'm fasting today, so my dinner consists of 4 sticks of sugar-free watermelon gum.
Why are you fasting?
Bro, I be out here drinking too much beer.
You got a gut?
The beer connoisseur.
You the connoisseur though. You got to keep that. That's part of the KG. Listen, alcohol is part of the KG swag.
Let me ask this, KG, because I haven't had a chance to ask you this summer. What has been the beer of choice for the one known as the wrestling historian, Ken Gardner?
Anything IPA wise, crap. I guess I'm a crap beer poppy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
Nah. No, I would say, damn, put me on the spot.
yeah, yeah.
Maplewood Side Street Walker or Sidewalk Walker. One of the names of that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you guys to the man that dates women from 3'11" to 7'2". The man that is aware of weight detection and actually what the weight actually is, and the man that eats sunflower seeds and drinks Arizona teas and looks over the balcony of his fresh condo and just says, "This is my city now." Ladies and gentlemen, old man Logan Incorporated.
Hashtag push word Strickland. Please and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Old Man Logan, and I am the advocate of Hot Take Wrestling. Welcome. I'm going to bring it in nice and easy, pause, and we'll rev this thing on up as we go. That's what she said.
That's what she said. I ain't even gonna hold you. We gonna get right into this thing, bro. We gonna get right into this thing, bro. I'm not even gonna slow it down with you. I'm gonna get you right into this thing. Listen, two things. Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. It's the main thing. Rest in peace, Angus Cloud, because he lost his dad first. Apparently, his best friend said that the mindset that he was in, he was already gonna make plans to be able to do what he ended up doing. Rest in peace to those two. And it's sad. Check on your friends. Check on your homies, man. Check on your family, bro. If you got anybody with any mental health issues at all, some small, some light, check on your family, bro. Check on them ASAP. With that, there will be a moment of silence for them after the end of the show, especially on the recording on Friday as well. They will be remembered. They will be sorely missed. Alrighty. Second question. Second thing for you guys real quick. This to me is a hard one to go over. Is Kurt Angle a top 10 wrestler figure or any of the above? Is Kurt Angle top 10 of all time?
KG, you want to go first?
I would say yes as an overall in-ring performer, because this dude, if you look at his catalog, even after, because people thought he was done after he left WWE, but then he went to Impact or TNA, he still was putting out banger after banger, honestly. Because I mean, you look year by year, the dude always had match of the year candidates. At least in WWE, I can't speak to all New Japan and all that. Because I said before, before Sammy and KO beat the Usos, my favorite tag match without any gimmicks involved was Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit against Edge and Rey Mysterio from No Way Out 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought Benoit and Angle at Royal Rumble 2003 was a 5-star match. I mean, even that match with Taker at No Way Out, that's probably one of Taker's best pure wrestling matches outside of his stuff at WrestleMania. And what else? I mean, the catalog is going on. A series of matches with Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I think you kind of got to give Curtis flowers, man, as they say. And I'm probably missing some stuff. Yeah, some series of matches with Edge too, when they did the hair versus hair.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Can't forget his matches with Shane McMahon too. Classic match.
He carried Shane to a 4 or 5-star match.
Yeah.
Carry Shane over. All right, here we go. Listen, bro. All right, let's just get right into it. Name me 10 better wrestlers than Kurt Angle of all time.
Ric Flair, Bryan Danielson. I can't name 10. I'll tell you right now. Shawn Michaels, maybe. Maybe Shawn. Brett.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. That's iffy though, because Brett, I know, because Kurt was able to have more longevity. Ain't Brett fault he got kicked in the head, but
Brett probably, even if the kick didn't happen, Brett probably was gonna wrestle maybe another. Then I'm a Brett fan. I'm thinking maybe another 5 years. He probably would have, if he didn't go back to WWE, kind of would have got forced to go back to WWE because
right
shortly
because they got bought. Yeah.
after, So his alternative would have been what you didn't really have. You didn't have an Impact at that time. Was New Japan was around, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he even had a match in Japan against. Because didn't he get the IWGP title off Brock, or is that didn't Kurt get it off Brock?
Kurt got it off of Brock. I want to say.
Okay. Chris Benoit. I can't name TMC right now unless you go to people in Japan.
You can do that.
I wouldn't know no name to throw out there. I guess. Oh, Kenny Omega.
I ain't gonna say that.
Hey, stop. Let him work, bro.
I'm not stepping on his parade. I'm just saying me.
You
You
next.
see his Kyle. You haven't seen his Kyle out though, bro.
I give my
But
reason.
You keep referencing AEW.
You got the AEW version.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said I'm not gonna step on it. Because I'm not trying to. I'm really not trying to.
All right, I got 6.
Kazuchika Okada.
Okay.
I think he's had a long enough catalog.
Mhm.
I can't name 10, like I told you. It ain't happening.
Okay. Oh man, Logan, come on, bro.
I can't. I definitely can't name 10 guys more that I. Kurt is definitely part of my top 10. If I had to try though, y'all know I'm biased. I'm gonna say Brett. I'm gonna say Chris Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm at 4.
4. Yep.
Gotta say Ric Flair. Gotta say
Mhm.
Rick is too important to the culture. Go old school, Macho Man,
Ooh, love that guy. One of the faves.
and what's my man name? Damn, I'm forgetting his name. Ricky Steamboat.
Okay.
And another favorite from my childhood, Ultimo Dragon.
That's 8.
Oh, let's see if I can get 9. Oh, let's see if I can pull one out. But I don't know if I would say he was. I could throw Scott Hall in there, but that would just be fandom. That wouldn't just be pure wrestling ability.
It's yours. It's up to you. It's just
somebody that doesn't get a whole lot of props as he should. The man of 1,000 moves, Dean Malenko.
okay.
That's
All
my 9th, and the 10th would have to be rounded out with Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will play the role of Deadpool's advocate.
Owen? I'm joking.
See? You see? This is the problem. All right. Here we go.
Maybe take Ultimo out and put Owen there because Owen, yeah. I had to admit it, man. Owen was going to be better than Brett.
Owen was definitely on the way to be better than Brett. Let's just get that out. Let's just get that way right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Brett. No, sorry. Sean.
Okay.
Eddie. This is going to be a controversial one. AJ Styles.
I'm not mad at it, though.
Right?
I'm not mad at it.
I was going to say him because of his catalog in Japan, yeah.
Right, yeah. Kenny Omega. And Impact, too. Don't forget Impact, too.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, but, like, it got even more so expanded because he was supposed to be, like, not hit another stride. He had a whole nother stride when he was in Japan. AJ did.
Oh, my God. He had a whole... There's more another gear there. That's it, Kenny Omega?
Yeah. Kenny was your 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Because AJ was your 4th.
AJ was my 4th. Okay. Brett.
Okay.
Excuse me. Damn. I had it at the tip of my tongue because we didn't even talk about him. Macho Man, right?
Okay.
Then shit. Here we go. Okay.
Let's see.
This is where it gets tricky. The last four get tricky, okay? But understand that I'm coming from a space of love, all right? Because of my love for these wrestlers. Okay. So I have 6. All right. Rick has to be in there for historical purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Undertaker, because 25 years strong of good ass matches and quality ass ring work.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the controversial one. All right.
Will Ospreay? Yep, I know.
Hell no! Stop that right now, sir.
Will Ospreay, baby.
Rey Mysterio,
I'm not mad at that one either.
number 9.
All
right.
The greatest luchador of all time.
Okay. All right. All right. Number 10. You ready?
We're ready.
You guys ready for this shit? It's gonna blow your minds. Triple H.
You ready?
Triple H is number 10.
It's your personal list, but I'm.
Look,
okay.
You're not including Kurt.
I'm not including Kurt. He's like right on the. Listen, in ring wise, in ring wise, Kurt is there. But like for like my favorite wrestler of all time, top 10 wrestler of all time, can't be there. Top 15, yeah. But like wrestler of all time, like who I'm paying to see all the time, nah, bro.
If we're talking pure wrestling ability, I think Kurt has to be there. Only
Yes.
just because he jumped from the actual wrestling Olympics, won that joint with a broke neck, and he came over and had so much charisma, so much energy, so the 3 I's: intensity, integrity, and intelligence. Bro, you cannot say the ruthless aggression era without saying Kurt Angle.
I agree. I totally agree. But if you're asking me who peaks my listen, if you say there's a match with Kurt Angle and if you say there's a match for Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton, okay, I'm gonna watch that shit. But if you say it's a match for Kurt Angle and Omos, no, I'm not gonna watch it.
But why would you watch anybody versus Omos though?
That's my point. Like I feel like if you're gonna be a top 10 wrestler of all, listen, we hate Terry Bollea on here.
What I'm saying, you watch anybody versus Omos out of anybody on your list. That's what I understand your point, bro.
Like okay, so this is my thing. If you have a favorite wrestler, you will watch them wrestle anybody. You will. Because you like that wrestler that much, and you think that wrestler is that much of a great wrestler of all time. Listen, I am not going to lie to you. Terry Bollea is hated on this show. But during his run from the mid-'80s to the early 90s or whatever, he was must-see TV because that was your favorite wrestler that time. No, notice, in all top 10s, he's in none of our top 10s.
No, but he's just, I'm not disagreeing.
Go ahead, bro.
I was going to say I'm completely in agreement with it, but at the same time, you can deny he was the box office draw, but you're not going to use a little kid as like just because it was popular,
right?
Like, even if we're adults watching in, would we really care for Hulk Hogan? Because as much crap as I give John Cena about his in-ring abilities at times, about his terrible drop kick and all that, John Cena had bang out the bang with a lot of the indie darlings.
Yeah.
If you sit back and think about it.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. John Cena had great matches with Seth Rollins, AJ Styles,
CM Punk, Bryan Danielson.
Right. His style may not be like.
What I'm saying is like Hogan you ain't paying to see. I ain't paying to see Hogan wrestle.
No. But come on, bro. Listen, and even to my TikTok family, y'all done send me videos of Hogan in New Japan. and he just go faster at being fluky. Like that's all it is. To me. He don't appeal to me, bro. Like I love Dusty Rhodes. I love Dusty Rhodes. And I don't even talk about him enough on this podcast. But I love that man. But do I love him for his wrestling? No. I love it when you hand him the mic and let him go.
Yeah.
That's when I love Dusty Rhodes.
But also, they dumbed down. Also, they dumbed down Dusty too, though. When he got there, like they made him basically shuck and jive, even though he wasn't a brother. We know time we use that term for brothers, and maybe we shouldn't. No, I heard he could go back in the day. Well, because I know him and Flair used to do 60-minute. I mean, that's Flair. I get it, but
yeah,
you wrestle 60 minutes still. You got they say take 2 to tango. I guarantee one thing. Almost ain't wrestling 60 minutes.
This is off the subject.
People gonna leave the building.
This is off the subject. Okay.
I mean, AJ did have a match with Almost though. Like, I don't know.
Listen, this is off the subject. All right.
List.
Dusty Rhodes had a bunch of black friends, and you can't tell me otherwise. That man did not have a bunch of black, rich ones, poor ones, middle class. Dusty Rhodes. There is a video of Dusty Rhodes hooping. Do you understand me? Dusty Rhodes hoops like a drug dealer. Do you understand me, bro?
The cowboy boots. I think I saw that video.
Dusty Rhodes is a drug dealer. Like, let me just get one stop, baby. Let me get one stop. That's all I want. Just one stop, baby. I got you. Y'all get right back to you. That's Dusty Rhodes out there on that court. All right. Look, let's listen. We can argue about Kurt Angle all day. But speaking of another gold medalist, Great American Bash just happened this weekend, fellas. Okay. In your quickest take, because we are almost a half hour in already.
Right.
Give me your takes on Great American Bash.
Like you said, Ilya ain't ready.
You said what?
Ilya not ready. He ain't drawing that, bro. And that dude be putting out banger after banger too. But that's my biggest takeaway. Melo still don't miss.
Man, Melo don't miss.
Melo gonna miss when he hit that main roster.
Look. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because
first lost to Austin Theory.
Listen, bro. Look, okay.
Oh man.
I ain't losing nobody. I ain't losing nobody with no lyrics 8 down in they song, man. This not the mid 2000s no more. People still say that. Joe,
Right.
You would know. I'm
What?
asking. 8 down.
8 down. That was the last time I heard it.
Okay, so no.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no one said. Here's my thinking about like with the whole thought process of Great American Bash. It was overall a quality and good show, and I think from my feed, my news feed, and from my own eyes from watching it for the full 2.5, 3 hours, however long it was, you can see the growth of the wrestlers there. Like for example, the seeds are always planted with Trips, with Sean, and they always have this thing about dissension in groups. Chase U is one of their biggest draws for NXT 2.0. You know what I'm saying? What up, King? What up, bro? And then you can see with Chase U, you can see like spoilers. So if you guys didn't see it, spoilers, sorry to everybody that's in the chat that didn't see Great American Bash. When Tiffany Stratton put on the Boston Crab, Thea Hale, like he threw in the towel. He threw in the freaking towel at that point. When they threw in the towel, she was like, "What? Why would you do that? Like I was good. I didn't tap, bro. I didn't tap. I'm good." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. What's fucking deal? So seeing that and then garnering that, you're like, "Oh shit, Chase U on the rocks is in descent." And in the same token, watching NXT in itself, he went and had a match with Baron Corbin. Leader Chase U had a match with Baron Corbin. Thea Hale throws a towel. So There's webs in there. Wesley.
Can you say heel turn?
Heel turn. Wesley. Dominic Mysterio, who people are upset about him winning. Look, bro, he got too much heat on him, bro.
I don't know how they could not like Dom in this space. Like, it's so easy to see where Trips and HBK got cooking in terms of NXT product right now. If you think back to 2.0, right, when they did the whole rebranding, blah blah blah, we were introduced to all of these new wrestlers, all these new acts. They slowly, got rid of the black and gold brand guys, and they went up to the main roster. And it was a lot of people put on television that was not ready for television. It wasn't ready.
Austin Theory is one of those people.
Yeah, and you see now where we at now, where they're literally utilizing the talent that needed, the little small improvements to become better. And that's what you're getting on NXT now. You're getting all of the people from the main roster that they wasn't doing nothing with. I'm saying? Corbin. You got him down there feuding with what's the guy named Gableson?
Gable Stevenson.
Gable Stevenson, you know what I mean? He had his first match with him at Great American Bash. They do a no contest to protect both, Corbin and him, so they can, possibly continue. But they streamlining the product on NXT again, so they can have it, at least the goal of getting it to be on par with the other shows. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, like watching NXT for me during that rebrand for a while there it was a chore. There was nothing there I really want to care about. Which is why I really don't care about Brian Breakers, because they threw the title on him because he was the one that looked the most
ready,
impressive and ready, and that was, they could have kept Karrion Kross down there. And if you just think about it, they would have put built up Brian Breaker, to eventually be the person to take it off of Karrion Kross. Then that may have legitimized him, and that would have made him have a better run. Because his run to me, it was just you got a mixed reaction every rip. Every time I saw him on television, he had a mixed reaction.
I think the thing of it is that with Brian Breaker, they thought his pedigree would put him over with the fans. Because again, who was running it? The guy that got served federal subpoena charges.
And you don't let him go by his family name. Like, why aren't we calling him Steiner, or something Steiner?
It doesn't work that way anymore. Like we don't like people anymore because they got family in wrestling anymore. We don't fuck with that anymore. Like we just
we're gonna like them immediately because of that. But I'm just saying, like, why would we deviate so far from that when it's like, all right, we know who his dad is. Like, they say it every other day on the programming. But his name's Brian Breaker. Like, why are you confusing your fans?
Yeah, why? Like, there's no point. Listen, Brian Breaker now is what people wish they would have got in 2.0. Because Brian Breaker now is he's a truth. He's a truth. Look, bro.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck. He don't give a damn about who you are. He don't give a fuck if you can wrestle or not. I'm finna fuck that match with Ilya. Chef's kiss. Whoever he wrestles after that, match with Seth, chef's kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cooking.
Yeah.
Because now they say, okay, do what you want. Don't do this. Don't do the whole Steiner thing. Don't do any of that other shit. Do what you want to do, bro. Cooking. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what really makes it the narrative of like how we talked about last week. That 2.0 shit about to die. That NXT 2.0 shit is dead. It's on cardiac. It's on like, bro, it's literally on its last lifeline.
A lot of them is on, what's that other show? It's like the YouTube only show, Level Up or something like that.
Yep.
And rightfully so. That's like where that type of talent should be until they're ready to be on television, But to bring it back to Great American Bash, though, man, I don't know how people could be hating on Dom. I like this slow turn we're getting. I think it's a slow turn in terms of Wesley turning heel. He's gonna be good. I think they definitely should reconsider redesigning and introducing a new North American Championship title. And I think B, they should definitely reconsider bringing back. It doesn't necessarily have to be called the Cruiserweight title. It could be an X Division title or whatever, kind of a la Impact, where that thing can get, you know what I'm saying, utilized on all three shows. All three shows. Because you have a Cruiserweight division, basically, you know, because a lot of people, they were forced to take a dump to move on from NXT, from Great American Bash for a second. It was forced to take a dump on like Santos Escobar winning the opportunity to face Austin Theory for the U.S. title. And it's like, yo, did y'all not see him down there in NXT? How he was running shop when he was a Cruiserweight champion? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Right. Give me one second, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
What he say? He say, Brown Breaker, new Goldberg, but I don't mind keeping them some of the family trait moves. Frankensteiner, Steiner, Clamor Clutch. Absolutely. I agree. Definitely new Goldberg. I like to call him Prototype 2.0, but
hey, bro, no, I guess he Goldberg if he can wrestle. Shit.
It don't make it any better. He got Goldberg tattooed too.
Yeah, that don't make it better. But he a better wrestler. He way better wrestler than Goldberg.
Definitely. But rightfully so. Is his dad, you know.
Yeah, I think the only reason the Goldberg comparisons are a thing, most because of his mannerisms, not necessarily the actual in-ring ability.
True.
That's not that.
True.
I might pop for him if he get the Goldberg entrance.
I don't know. No, see, stop, bro. Hey, no. Don't do no, bro. Because I tell you gotta stop saying stuff out loud because he can hear everything. Because that would be just when we start like a Braun Breaker. All of a sudden they change his music, and now he got the Goldberg entrance. Now we gotta deal with that, bro.
They're gonna give him the Ruthless Aggression entrance music. Remember when WWE tried to redo his music and it was just god awful?
Bro, it was so terrible. King came in front of the person says even Goldberg approves of having the best spear in the game today. I agree with that.
That's shade from Goldberg. He hating on Roman a little bit.
Hey, you have to stop, bro.
I think Bobby Lashley got
Goldberg. Your son just committed to what college is that? Georgia Tech or some shit? Go focus on that.
Who, Goldberg?
Yes.
I think Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley got the best spear.
Who?
Bobby Lashley.
I agree.
I'm not mad at that.
Bobby Lashley.
A whole turn when he spears somebody.
He does a whole forward somersault when he spears somebody. Okay. Oh, this is off subject. This has nothing to do with anything. I strongly suggest everyone go watch the American Nightmare biography. If you hate Cody Rhodes, all the more reason to watch it. It's all the more reason. I hate Cody Rhodes as a heel, as a face. I like him more as a heel. And I'm not gonna lie, it was like, okay, all right, okay, this is good.
I don't know why you don't like him as a face though. Like, what?
Because I don't believe him.
What do you mean you don't believe him?
I don't believe him. Listen, I watched Cody Rhodes when he was in the Indies. All right, he told some dude that was looking at his wife. He was like, "Your ugly ass can just look. You can never touch my wife. There might be a girl better than my wife, and you won't be able to touch her. There might be a girl uglier than my wife, and you won't be able to touch her. You got nothing. You're slow. You're nothing. You're small time." Bro, he was going in on buddy.
Wrestling has more than one royal family, okay?
Adrenaline, hear me so and call they out.
King K-Man is my kind of guy since Legacy, okay?
Hey man, he followed us on TikTok, bro. I appreciate you, family. Don't talk about. I appreciate you.
Because I definitely
Cody run me over with the tag team when he was with Damian Sandow, Team Rose Scholars. That's when Cody run me over.
Cody had a couple of runs, bro, as a tag champ where him and Ted Jr. I loved them. I loved Legacy. That was around the time I got back into wrestling.
Yeah.
When Randy reviewed the skull sleeves, you got Legacy, and it was just on fire, putting on clinics with Cena, having them back and forth matches with Cena and Batista, and yeah. But Cody and Ted Jr., Cody and Sandow, that was another time Cody got himself over You know what I'm saying? Got himself over, and boom. You know, they wasted it. WWE let a lot of people get over organically and naturally, and they didn't utilize it.
Oh, it's like Royal Rumble 2015.
Bro. Look, no, don't say nothing. Just look at the comment. Look at the comment.
I saw that about Ted Jr. Yeah, 45 years.
For what?
Something he
They
was
like-
a part of that.
They like
Bret
steal
Favre
money from
shit.
people, basically.
Yeah,
Him
he
and-
was a part of that. So that whole stealing money down south, he stole
Like laundering
he
money.
stole, millions of dollars, and he's basically, it looked like he's taking the fall for it because they haven't said nothing else about it to Brett Favre since. I don't even think Brett Favre apologized, and if he did, it was like a half-ass apology.
He's not finna. This Brett Favre not finna fucking apologize. Let's move on here because this shit's been going to a whole nother.
Brett
space.
Favre probably still busy sexing an old girl.
All right, we're definitely moving on now.
Oh,
Okay, so
KG, did you watch Great American Bash or no?
I didn't really get a chance to see it, but that was my takeaway that Melo don't miss if they still want to push him as the face of NXT, which I'm fine with for now until they for all we know, might be another title match. Like Dirty Dom might be taking that title off him. I don't know.
I thought Dom would have went straight for that, but I think the way they did it, where they have in their mid card and they're appearing each week.
I think he just needed that before, even though I saw why you would have said that. I think he needed the North American Championship first because he still hasn't even won a singles title on the main roster, so it's kind of hard to
have
him directly into that.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. So that them doing it that way, I got no problem with it.
I think it's better done this way, just because once he does win the actual NXT championship, because he's gonna happen. You're gonna win it. You're gonna win it. I think this just puts more of a legacy out there to build up. Dom is a part of their future. He's a part of their future. The way that he's handled the heel turn, bro. There's the same Twitter interview, that one I put up on TikTok with Rhea. Dom didn't win. Just as good. Just as good. Just as good. Though. Just as good. Real quick, let's move on. AEW. All right, I'm gonna rant. Just give me a minute.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna rant.
Let's hear it.
I've said this on TikTok already. I've already said this on TikTok already. So they got it first. TikTok got it first. Follow us on TikTok. Again, follow us on TikTok. Okay? All right. Follow us on Instagram. Follow all the above. So it's just right there. Boom! Right in front of your face. At Hot Take Wrestling on Instagram. At Hot Take Wrestling on TikTok. Wrestling Take on Twitter. Is it Twitter or is it X? What is it?
Is it X now? Do we call it Twitter anymore? Like, what
do we call it? Twitter? Do we call it X?
They definitely have a big ass X on the logo now.
Big ass X on the logo. I don't know. Okay, and then follow us also on YouTube at AMGTV, where episodes are available and live there. Here is my thing: when CM Punk first arrived to Collision, he had that red bag. Between that red bag and between him getting there, he didn't wrestle a 6-man tag match. He didn't wrestle 2 Owen Hart tournament matches. And now, on what week is this? 3 or 4 of Collision? 3 or 4? Is this 3 or 4? Is this 5?
4. We're going on week 5, I think. So this is
week 5? On week 5, you bring out this red bag, which we know is a championship belt. It's not a snake. You're not Jake the Snake. You're not Val Venus, so it ain't nothing there with Right to Censor. You're not Scotty Richards, so it's not like some type of party horn or nothing like that. We know what's in there. Week 5. You want to claim yourself as the real champion of AEW. And to add to the kicker, the actual champion is there, and a champion that can speak and do a good promo says nothing. let me break this down for you one more time so we can understand this. All right. For those of you who don't know, CM Punk was AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but then got injured, and then also had some issues with the front office and VPs there, and was like quietly told to go home. Okay, which left room for a champion, which was then Jon Moxley, who then lost the championship to one MJF. MJF has been your reigning champion for God knows how long. Further back, CM Punk's best run, best match, was with one MJF, who is currently the World Heavyweight Champion. Now, I am only speaking on a building leadership perspective. When CM Punk comes back the first week, you pull out that belt and you say something, because now the AEW World Heavyweight Champion isn't there, so now he has to say something. But week 5 of doing this whole collision shit with your World Heavyweight Champion in the back who can talk, you put an X through your belt and say you're the real champion, and you're going to face, was it Ricky Stark?
Yep.
You're going to face Ricky Stark for your championship. Call yourself the real champion, and MJF doesn't come out. What in the fucking bizarre world are we fucking doing right now? What sense does that make?
I will do you one better. MJF had a promo today talking to Adam Cole, and Adam Cole is going to get a rematch. But guess who he didn't mention whatsoever?
Are you serious? He didn't say one thing about CM Punk. What are we doing? What? Oh, hold on, bro. Listen. King K-Man the First says the storyline for Punk and MJF is not ready. They need to hold on for real. MJF and Adam Cole is a main attraction and their first real storyline in a long time, which I agree with.
Completely agree.
I completely agree with. This. Go ahead. This is my issue. If that is the case.
Oh, wow.
If that is the case, why even bring up the CM Punk thing in the first place? And why are you why? Are you watching Dynamite right now, bro?
I'm watching. Yeah, that was real time.
What happened?
Hikaru Shida just won the women's title. I've just butchered her name. I'm sorry. I think I butchered it. Did I butcher it, KG?
No.
Who?
You didn't.
Okay.
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah. She just beat Toni Storm.
Who?
Hikaru Shida, the longest reigning women's champion of all time.
On Dynamite 200, she just beat her.
Not gonna even lie to you guys. I forgot she was even there. Not even gonna hold you. Not trying to be an asshole.
I mean, as much as people love it, there was a lot wrong with it to me because I don't know how Ruby didn't get the title. To me, she was cooking more than Tony. Brian ain't trying to have Tony Storm according to promo.
I'm not mad at that. That is
probably the best talker in the division. Ain't no problem. She definitely is.
That is literally how Dynamite just went off.
Yeah, that had a headache, man. Sometimes, so some people this dude be pushing. I ain't mad at Hikaru Shida getting it because
look, bro. I
ain't mad at Hikaru Shida getting it because she can go for sure. More along the lines of, I don't know if they took out Jamie because she was hurt. Maybe that's what happened. So I ain't been keeping up with AEW. I'm assuming that's what happened.
I haven't either. Yeah, I've literally just been trying to.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why she dropped. Maybe she had a legit injury because Jamie Hader was super over. So it's like you couldn't say that's why they took it off her because.
I'm glad you asked that question because that's actually gonna be our next subject, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely coming up. I want to respond really quickly though to what you were saying about CM Punk. And he said something, a comment about the storyline not being ready just yet. While I do agree, at the same time though, this is MJF we're talking about. MJF addresses everything and brings stuff he shouldn't bring up. So for mom to be the word, like it's not realistic for that particular character. Like he should be saying something. Yeah, this is what we're pushing. This is the main agenda, me and Adam Cole. But let me address this old asshole that's on Saturday saying he's the real champion right quick. Or is that it just something slick should have been said? Like it should have been something where you're addressing it just even if it's briefly, so it doesn't take away from the main, point. Because we know, okay, CM Punk isn't even there on Wednesday, so we know we're not going to get a face-off right then and there, no way.
Right.
But let me just address that real quickly, and then I'm gonna bounce right back because I'm a great, promo anyway, so I know how to transition back and forth. But yeah, we can move to the next topic, bro. So I just found that funny that they just out of nowhere take the title off Tony Storm. Thunder Rosa's back. I'm just kind of like, she technically didn't lose the title either. She had to forfeit via injury. So
not my baby, my goddamn baby. Thunder Rosa, my goddamn baby.
And not to take a boo-boo on Hikaru Shida, but was she really that hot fire at this moment? Like, was this the moment to make her a two-time champion?
I mean, if you watch AEW Dark and AEW Elevation, yeah, because she hasn't lost on there in a while.
But we, in terms of who's hot, like who are the fans behind in that women division? You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Let's put both those subjects to both. Okay. All right. For me, for AEW, the women in your division that you should rely on: Ruby Soho, Thunder Rosa. I'm missing one. Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then who's the fourth?
I'm gonna make it tough for you. I got a question for you after you say this.
And Athena. Those four.
Is that your women's pillar of AEW?
Right now, yes.
And can we count Athena because Athena is the ROH women's champion? So
right.
Yeah, but she's under that umbrella though. It's all still AEW.
She's like featured on Friday though. Like,
yeah, but my thing is those are your most reliable women that could wrestle, the ones that could actually do a promo without Cody Rhodes. Yes, that was a shot at Brick Breaker, and those are the ones you utilize until you sign Tessa Blanchard. You have those four, and that's it. You have no one else. Nyla Rose still needs Vicky Guerrero, who I don't know if they kept. I think they lost her.
You some crap on Jamie Hayter like that?
Okay, look, bro.
Left Jade off of there too. I mean, I know we say Jade is green, but
Jade is green. Jamie Hayter, I'm not taking a crap on Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter, to me, needs a little more room to get a little better. Because if you put her in the ring with those four, who is actually carrying the match? To me, it's those four. Jamie Hayter can go. Don't get it twisted. She can go, but that's just what it is. Like that's just what it is. For WWE, Charlotte's going to be there. I don't care what anybody says. Your in-ring performer who's going to give you the best in-ring performance going to be Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. And I say that, and I say that. Now wait, because I know what y'all said. Listen, I know I left Bailey off, so I know
Becky off too.
Bro, okay, bro. Okay, all right. Here we go. I'm gonna get scorched. I can feel it. I can feel someone recording this.
Oh wow!
Bailey is someone who still has it, and she can still go. But the way that Damage Control actually ended up happening was it elevated Io and Dakota and only did a little bit for Bailey. It didn't do a lot for Bailey.
That's what it was designed to do, though. It was to give them the visibility they deserve.
Right. But then in turn, it turned Bailey's light down a little bit. In terms of Becky's gotten in the feuds with Trish Stratus, who I've already said on this podcast already. Trish Stratus can't wrestle no more. She is irrelevant. Zoe Stark makes that. Zoe Stark makes that thing go. Okay?
Can we be honest here?
Sure.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you get squashed by yourself. Was Trish ever really that good?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Was she that good, or was she good? Was she mid during an era where women's wrestling wasn't really taken seriously?
Oh, shit.
So she was able to do a couple more moves than some of the other women that were in the locker room at the time. Great. Lita wasn't we couldn't just say Lita was the only woman back then that could wrestle. We had to get somebody else that was down for the cause.
Okay.
I would say that Trish got pushed a lot more because she had more personality than other women. Because, like, I don't know if they like pigeonholed certain ones, but we knew Victoria could wrestle. But I mean, do you ever remember her having like a character type thing?
They never pushed Victoria.
They could never use Gail Kim the right way because we already know VKM and his xenophobia and his stereotypes. So she was never utilized correctly. But there were women that were better wrestlers. I think Trish's personality type thing is kind of what led them to give her more time and more pushes. Also, I don't think they knew what to do with some of those women either, like Molly Holly. Because, like I said, they could all wrestle. A lot of them could. I'm gonna say all. A lot of them could wrestle, but I just think they didn't know what to do because they weren't committed to giving them time either to do character development. So they didn't have character development. They weren't getting time. They weren't getting more than 10-minute matches. Now it's commonplace, which it should be because they probably already putting the work in. But now we're seeing it, the fruit of their labor, as they say.
I'm gonna say something fucked up, but I don't care how anyone says this or how he plays it. Nikki Bella is better than Trish Stratus. I said it. I said it out loud. I don't care what no one says. You can't change my. You can't change my.
I'm not mad because Nikki actually did get a lot better. If you look at it, like
that's a hot take for you.
Towards the end of her run with that title, she was getting better. She was having better matches.
Listen. When Nikki Bella was in her like year-long run, she was doing some wrestling.
Also, bro, we also have to remember she was in there with Charlotte towards the end too.
Oh yeah,
she wasn't. Now it takes two to tango, but she also did have. She had some solid matches because didn't they actually have her face AJ? No, because AJ had bounced right after. That's why
AJ bounced.
Yeah, she had bounced because that's when she broke and people said they were being petty.
She did get one with Paige though, didn't she?
Yeah, they had some solid. I think they had a solid match too. Yeah.
This is my thing though, because I'm the one that said to take. Let me preface this. As I watch Nikki Bella throughout her run, as she's going out the door, I can only remember two great Trish Stratus matches with Mickie James and Lita. That's it. Like that's all.
Again, they weren't getting close to 15 minutes back then, though, Joe.
No, I know, but WrestleMania she had 20 minutes with Mickie James. She had 20.
Right, but that's the ones you're referencing. And what I'm saying is, outside of like one heart, just the 1, 2, 3 kid, you find me one good match that lasted like around 5 minutes.
Okay,
in the ring. That's about it. Man or woman.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, maybe I'm tweaking. But I just feel like
I'm not saying that you're tweaking. I'm saying they weren't getting the time for us to truly gauge.
And they weren't getting real matches either. We were getting brawl and penny match and pillow fights and shit like that. Like they weren't getting true blue matches. Like
okay, I'll give you that.
Sable was champion.
Paddles on a pole match and stuff.
Yeah, why was Sable champion? Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
Whatever, and it was like Sable couldn't wrestle to save her life.
That weak ass power bomb. Okay, all right, we got to move on.
We definitely do. We got to make WrestleMania. SummerSlam picks. What's the WrestleMania of the summer shit?
Listen. Let me. I'm saying one more thing. You're right about that. I think that because I've seen Trish Stratus now, and understanding that she's 40 plus. And still wrestling and realizing that she can't move like the way these women move now versus when she in her heyday moved. I have to get over that.
Well,
Like,
I also retired for like 10 plus years, bro.
I know, bro. I'm trying. I'm like, you know how I get, bro. You like when Kurt Angle wasn't moving the way he was supposed to move. He came back.
This is the female version of that.
But she retired at around 30, 31, and then she's also had 2 kids since then, bro. And it's been like 10 plus years since she retired. She retired. She beat Trish at what event was that in 2006? I know it was in Canada. It was probably, I think it was No Way Out, because that was when Edge and John Cena had that TLC match.
For sure. Okay.
Let me respond before we move on to do our picks, bro. The King came as
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So y'all know I've been pushing. I'll go a step further, King. As opposed to just doing, I think that pay-per-view needs to be a yearly pay-per-view. I do think they have enough women on the roster, and it doesn't have to just be women. You know, collectively it should be women from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. But if they wanted to kind of do it like how they were doing the women's tournament back in the day, where you have people coming over from different, you know, from the indies and stuff and participating, I think that should be the way that should go. It shouldn't just be a quote-unquote WWE thing. If you're going to make it a yearly pay-per-view. I think the women deserve to have their own show. I'm not sitting there saying the show needs to be 2 hours. I'm not even going to say the show has to appear on syndicated TV. It could be something that could also be on an exclusive on Peacock or an exclusive on YouTube, just to start and see if, hey, you know what? We'll prove that we can bring the viewership over here to watch this particular show. And if a network wants to approach us, then once we've put up these numbers to show that, yes, an all women show, like that WoW show on CW that comes on Saturdays, then yeah, let the women get it, you know, and then you go from there and you utilize a Trish Stratus on commentary. You utilize a leader on commentary or somebody, some type of legend like that, or you have maybe a guest, you know, a Gail Kim, you know, people, you know, the women of yesteryear that, you know, were prominent, that did somewhat, you know, get a chance to at least wrestle or not wrestle, you know, ex-valets, etc. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing a Sable pop up for, you know, something like that, to be a guest referee or something like that. Speaking of guest referees, Ricky Steamboat is going to referee the match for CM Punk and Ricky Starks on Collision.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I do think the women definitely deserve a chance to show they can do their own show.
I'm a co-sign what Logan said, but also they could, like you said, they can kind of go outside the box if they wanted to do another Evolution event. It's been 5 years. That was probably one of the better women's matches that you'll see. It was arguably one of the top 10 matches, period, gender aside, from 2018, that last woman standing with Becky and Charlotte.
Agreed.
So I am interested in why they haven't done another Evolution event. And this, I might get some pushback on this. But in terms of inclusion, I wouldn't mind during Black History Month, maybe dedicating all episode of SmackDown just to the Black wrestlers. I threw it out there. I think that'd be a yearly thing.
Another hot take for you. WWE, you got to hire and keep your Black wrestlers in order to have that happen.
Well, they've been keeping us as of late.
They just not really getting pushed on the main roster like that outside.
You telling me Leo Rush wouldn't be cooking on NXT right now?
Leo did that to himself, though.
Wait.
I mean, Bianca's been prominent. Like I said, in the Profits, they got a New Day. But I mean, I ain't saying you push people just because of race, but more on the lines of they were. I mean, so many people get released. Joe, why you make a good point? I think it just looks worse because the percentage is less type thing. So it's still, I feel like if you're not cutting the mustard, they don't get rid of you type thing.
I agree. But your X Division champion, who is your draw in Impact, Leo Rush. Your women's champion Impact, who is a draw, is Trinity Fatu. Your the belt collector thing, Kenny didn't do that first. Bobby Lashley did that first.
But this is the only retort I'm gonna give to what you're saying. They technically have to do that because they have to be. You got to remember, Trinity Fatu. She's more visibly known than a lot of the women over there in Impact's locker room because she was just on WWE television. She's only a year and a half maybe removed from being on WWE television. Her husband was just a part of one of the biggest storylines in WWE in wrestling period for the last 3 years. So visibility is everything. You had to put her in that space. Same with Leo. Leo, whether he wants to admit it or not, he was getting pushed like an MF. Trips was behind Leo 100% when he was in NXT, when they put him with Big Bobby and he was being Bobby's mouthpiece, who really should have been a part of that Hurt Business had that got formed when it should have been formed. Could you just imagine the Hurt Business with Leo right there?
The big man.
You know, doing all of the talking and jaw jacking for Sid and Sheldon and Bobby. They didn't need MVP.
Look, man, I'm gonna let my homeboy King Kamen say Impact Knockouts get more time than any other company right now for women's wrestling. Because listen,
he ain't gonna have to come on next season, man. Because I like what he talking, man. He cooking.
Yeah, he's Chi-Town too. He just like us. He's Chi-Town too. All right, let's do the SummerSlam. SummerSlam coming up. Let's get to it.
This Saturday.
SummerSlam Battle Royale. Okay. Let's see who some of them announced are AJ Styles.
Want to get a plate of Eminem's mom's spaghetti?
No, it's I'm muting you. AJ Styles, Karrion Kross, Sheamus, Dominic Mysterio, and many others, and also L.A. Knight. Yeah, who y'all got?
I don't get LA Knight.
So sad, bro.
They're making him the lovable loser right now.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. I don't like that shit either.
Let's see, man. Process of elimination. Y'all know how I do things. Believe in the swerve. Ciampa just lost to
Shinsuke, who's also in the match.
Monday, who's in the match as well. So I think that's going to be an interesting feud. I actually like those two feuding right now. But man, Big Bronson, is Bronson Reed in it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Big Bronson.
KG?
LA Knight.
I agree. LA Knight. It's bound to happen. It's gotta happen now at this point. It's gotta happen. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old man Logan's favorite match. Logan.
Yeah, moving is real, man.
You gotta believe, bro. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. Who you got?
Ah, yes. My main man, Logan Paul, baby.
Yeah, I'm signing. I don't want it to, but they eventually gonna win something besides that match.
Exactly. He has to win a match
to justify them signing them, basically, in a sense.
Yeah. He hasn't won a match since I think that Miz match.
Yeah, not a singles match. I mean, granted, he's been up against two of their pillars, quote unquote, Roman and Seth, so he shouldn't have won.
Right.
But with that being said, I mean, I'd love to see Ricochet win, but they ain't gonna put Ricochet.
Ricochet, look, bro, we all in agreement. Ricochet, listen, I love Ricochet. He gonna lose this shit.
Only way I'll say Paul loses this is because I know he's announced he's getting ready to have a UFC fight. So depending on when that fight is taking place, I could see them maybe doing some type of angle with this match where he goes away for a second.
Yeah.
It's the only way I'm saying he loses and Ricochet wins.
I might think they want to have him win though because of that.
Right.
I think so.
Momentum. You know, you won your last match. You know, it's choreographed and whatever have you. Still, but
just as a way to write him off, though, is what I'm saying. Like, that's the only way I think I could see that taking place, a scenario where he doesn't win on Saturday. I definitely think he's winning Saturday, but I think that's the only way you see him lose is if they're doing that to write him off of television.
No, for sure.
All right. Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler in an MMA rules match.
the match they want us to care about, but a lot of people like Joe aren't invested.
Wait now. Hold on.
Only reason. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say the only reason I'm not really interested because if it was a real MMA match, we'd see if Ronda still got it. You know, what I did there. She still got it. Clap, whatever. The point is, despite that lame joke, I would take Ronda Rousey all day, every day because Ronda Rousey wasn't nothing with, bro. When she was in that bag, she had one dumb fight, which I thought was staged because she went to go film that movie and she tried to box Holly Holm. But other than that, she only had one. Amanda Nunes is the only one who really beat her when she was like actually, you know, using her actual MMA skills and her judo. With that being said, though, if she's out, isn't she out on her way out too?
She on her way out.
No, well, I guess I had no choice but to choose Shayna then, unless plans change and she pulls a Brock, she just re-signed out of nowhere.
Which could happen. I mean, I've always looked at Ronda as the female Brock. They didn't position her that way necessarily, especially with that entry music. But I digress.
She don't give a damn about her reputation, bro.
She don't give a damn about her reputation.
No, that's terrible. They got something else by now.
You know, God bless the dead. Lose the Roddy Piper, big leather jacket. Get the Scully and get the Advocate to be your mouthpiece, Ronda. I'm picking Shayna, man. I'm picking Shayna. I think Ronda's gonna go chill out. You know, I think she is definitely, if she do resign, it's gonna definitely be under the Brock Act. She's not gonna appear as often. Brock has definitely been appearing more, but I think she's gonna probably be a quote unquote attraction going forward if she does stay around. But I think this is their chance to rebrand and reestablish the Ace of Spades and make her a serious threat to both of the women champions. I would love to see Shayna versus Rhea Ripley. You know what I mean? Like back in the day in NXT, like, oh my God. Like, you talk about Evolution needing a main event. There's your main event, buddy.
Two things. Those two promos further cement my point about Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey isn't a terrible person. She's a fucking trash wrestler. She's trash at wrestling. But watch Ronda Rousey make me eat my words and have a 5-star match against Shayna Baszler.
Bro, she ain't had 5-star matches. You want to keep on just pushing this notion?
You just don't like her.
I have no problem with Ronda Rousey. Listen,
you have a problem with her.
I don't.
Wait, bro, you can't. She can't have 4 borderline 4-star matches in her bag. You telling me she's a trash wrestler? That's all I'm saying.
4?
Sasha Banks. I Quit match against Charlotte.
That's one.
You're not gonna give me the Sasha Banks one?
The Sasha Banks
Royal
one?
Rumble?
No.
Oh, you bugging?
Nope.
You tripping?
Because Sasha did all the work.
You tripping there?
Sasha didn't do all the work.
Bro, Nia Jax borderline had her best match against Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Tell me one better, except for maybe that one against Bayley and NFC.
Come close to me when I tell you this. I love Nia Jax. I don't think she can wrestle either, so I don't need to count that one either. Okay, all right, that big woman fine. I don't think she can wrestle either.
You must have been in that black and shrimp tonight because you feeling real spicy.
And on that note, make your pick, please.
Shayna Baszler because Ronda Rousey's on her way out. All right, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
That's what he got tonight too. Got adrenaline in his soul, so he better pick Cody the way he got.
Yeah, I'm picking Cody.
Right. He gonna pick Brock. You go first this time, Joe. How about that?
Cody Rhodes. Okay, Cody. All right, Cody. That's what I'm going with.
I think we're unanimous on that.
We unanimous?
Unanimous?
Absolutely.
King with us. Here we go. Something interesting. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
The Ring General.
Ring General.
I only say that with confidence because they making everybody's record be broken. no matter who getting titles, because Austin Theory gonna break whatever record that is, United States title. I already know who I'm picking.
Don't do that. Don't make me sad. Okay, goddamn it.
Hope not.
Well, I'm not saying that. I mean, this is probably potentially still a show. I don't want to just like dismiss this match. I just think it's obvious they want Gunther to break Honky Tonk Man's record.
Right.
That's all. That's all it stems from. Now, if he had already broken the record, I would say Drew.
He did he did break somebody's record, but it wasn't Honky
Macho
Tonk
Man, probably.
Macho Man.
That's the only one that was ahead of him. That's the only two that was ahead of him.
Macho Man.
Yeah, so he may have
Who should have the real record.
I do agree with KG there, and King also said something. He said the story has to continue between those two.
Yeah,
I do agree. I think we're really just getting started on that story, so it'd be some kind of chicanery possibly, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Gunther.
All right. Now, just for context, I want to say this one thing, and when I say it, I want it to be understood that I think Gunther is going to win. However, Chad Gable is a wild card in this.
Oh no, I picked Chad Gable to dethrone Gunther. Ironically, I think like
Chad,
episode,
you did. You and I want to tell you something. I think you're on to something, brother. I think you got some.
I mean, you got to pick somebody that's over that kind of needs a little bit of a push. Now, I ain't saying Drew couldn't benefit from getting a title because Drew haven't. If my math is correct, Drew has not had a championship since he dropped it to Bobby 2 years ago. I don't think he's had any championship since then. So he's legit and established enough to take it off him. I just don't think, like y'all said, they just getting started. So I don't think he loses in the first match to Drew. I don't know.
Okay, all right, I agree.
Does the sword return on Saturday?
No, hell no. Don't do that. Do not give him that weak-ass sword. It is time for the Scottish psychopath. That's what we're waiting for right now. Scottish psychopath, Drew. With the hair over his face and the bagpipes. Stick with that shit. If you want him to wear a kilt, he can wear the kilt. It's part of his heritage. Fine. Do not give him that big-ass sword. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay? Sign management. All right, here we go. The women's triple threat match. Asuka versus Charlotte versus Bianca Belair. Anybody?
Nobody's ready for Asuka.
Nice. Okay, I fucks with that. I want that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I like that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I fucks with it. KG.
Asuka wins, Io cashes in.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh. Here we go. I want Asuka to win. What I think happens is Bianca wins, and then Io cashes in. And then Bianca might be on a heel run.
As much as I love Bianca, it's time to get away from the title for a little while. Just for a little while.
And I think that's why. And I think that's what's going to get her.
If she wins, bro, now she's back in the title because that's another. She's already playing off the part where it looks like they about to turn her anyway because she's already frustrated that Charlotte jumped the line.
Okay.
So I don't know how they could eventually turn her, but I just don't want her to touch it, like I said, because I don't want them to get her in that Charlotte space where you can't do nothing with her if it doesn't involve a title because it's getting annoying.
Okay.
And I don't want people, because Bianca's still in a good space where the fans have been against her at times, but she's not getting booed. It's usually they're cheering the other person type thing at times. So it's not like they're against her. They just rock with the person sometimes that she's shooting with, like, you know, because like with Io, she had ties back in Puerto Rico. So.
Okay. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, we might be split on this. I don't even know if I can pick a winner. I'm just gonna say Seth just because he didn't have a title. He didn't have a world championship for about 4 years, and he's kind of been one of the pillars, so to speak. But I'm not definitive with that pick. So,
all right, go ahead, Logan.
I am going with the Prince, Finn Balor.
Nice. I am going with the Prince Finn Balor with the Damian cash-in.
Yeah, because that's the only thing they haven't done with the briefcase anyway. I thought it would have been more of a shock if they did that and turned Big E heel, but nobody wanted to take my idea.
Yeah, they didn't want to do that because it made sense. That's probably why.
No, New Day is a brotherhood. Can't be broken.
I get that, but at the same time, it's like, oh, you know,
it's still something new if Priest does it, because like I said, nobody's cashed in on a storyline. No, I would say no one's cashed in on their partner ever. You think all the cash ins? No, nobody ever cashed in on one of their tag team partners.
That would make
stable.
That would make Damian Priest a made man in cash in history. Now he would be a made.
What's one thing we've literally never seen man or woman do with a cash in? Is cash in on a stable mate or a partner.
That would make him made man. That would make him the GOAT. That would make him one of the best.
I'm still against him with the briefcase. It's neither here nor there. I don't know. I think they hotshotted the person they picked last year. He should have won this year. I'm not big on Austin Theory, but it made more sense for him to win this year.
Yeah,
they just took their time. I mean, it would have been similar with Miz to a degree, not the characters or their in-ring or anything, because I know Miz had the U.S. title in the briefcase at the same time. But I mean, that was 12 years ago, 13 years ago, so you can't really get mad if they recycled it. I don't know. I'm really against Damian Priest with this briefcase, bro. I don't know why. I can't really describe it. I don't see him as top heel material. I just don't.
Once he has an advocate, he'll be top heel material.
Bro, Paul Heyman is not managing him. You gotta relax. You normally you be like,
look, when he gets to the next match, that's when I'll break that down.
I agree with 97% of stuff you be saying, bro. Not this time.
Look,
Paul Heyman ain't managing that weird ass stable.
Look.
Weird as hell.
I want to preface something when I say this next match. I fuck with Bleacher Report because one of the first words they said before they gave their pick for this match is the following: "This is not a perfect world." Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Roman Reigns. This is the one I'm definitive about. I know it might sound like I should be one that I'm on the fence about, but it's just my one problem. It ain't been Roman's character. It's been creative being a little lazy, because this is the third person this man had two feuds with during one championship run, because he faced KO at WrestleMania or Royal Rumble 2021.
Yep.
And Royal Rumble 2023, because it started at TLC 2020.
Yep. Then
he was feuding with Brock from SummerSlam 2021 to WrestleMania 38. Then he got into that feud with Matt Riddle, and then back to Brock. So I mean, they running out of ideas, and maybe it's because people have been injured. Because I know they wanted to do him versus Orton at some point, which they had to cancel plans on that. They already missed the opportunity. I don't think Cody's ever going to be as over as he was last or at WrestleMania 39 personally, because people were dejected, legit. I mean, they heard some people pop, and you saw some people just laugh, probably because they made money off of it, sports bets or something. But they already missed the boat. Jey Uso ain't it, man. Man of it, Jey Uso is not it. He should not be the one to beat one of the ones in 24 and 2 or whatever. That's all I got. I don't know.
I see that. Now, Logan, you go next.
Okay. So as I stated, I do believe the advocate is going to turn on Roman. I do believe the advocate is going to go and be the advocate for the new dominant faction in WWE, which they've been making sure they say that for the last couple of weeks about Judgment Day, including on commentary, who have been appearing on all 3 shows, something Paul Heyman hasn't had an opportunity to do.
Yeah.
I do think Finn will beat Seth freaking Rollins. I don't think we're going to get the heat. Everybody, now that's the only time I'm going against the grain here, is because I know that's a built-in story, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. And that could very well be the way that they go, but the way I think this is going, I think main event Jey dethrones Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. This story started with Jay, so it has to end with Jay. Just how I see that. But what we also have to remember is that the tribal chief character, the variant of Roman Reigns that we have today, debuted in the return fashion with the shirt "Wreck Everyone and Leave" at SummerSlam, attacking one Fiend, and it was Braun Strowman, wasn't it?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
So, if we don't have Damian Priest cash in on Roman, I do think this would be the ideal time for you to have the return. I don't know necessarily if it has to be the return of the Fiend per se, but you could have this be the return, the true return of Bray Wyatt, making sure Roman doesn't lose the title because he's going to cost Jey Uso the match, coming in attacking Roman. Because Roman's going to feud with Bray Wyatt next. That's my backup scenario if main event Jay doesn't dethrone Roman.
I mean,
That was cool. That was dope.
I just can't see Roman losing before.
Roman won't lose if the latter happens. If Bray comes out,
That was a dope.
there's a couple of things I don't. I mean, because where's at least Solo? I don't think Solo's running Judgment Day, and I don't think that's going to leave Solo just floating out there. That's one thing. That's why I just don't see it coming. Something has to happen with Solo too, for it to officially be over. Because the Bloodline is still technically a thing. They just only got 2 full-fledged members of the Anawahe family. So I think they're still open-ended. Well, I can't say it's not going to happen. It's just
that was dope.
It's both Dallas things because the thing is Bray doesn't have to come back alone. You still have Roman and Solo, right? You could have Bray and Bo come back together.
The Wyatt 6 thing is dead. That's dead. That's a dead thing. That's done.
The Wyatt 6. We can just get the Wyatt family. You could get Eric Rowan to come back and have Bo right there with him, and that be the new Wyatt family.
Let me preface something right fast.
Go ahead, bro.
If you're going to do that way, you don't need him to have anybody with him.
You know,
I'll tell you why. When it was Bray Wyatt and the Fiend, it was just Bray Wyatt. We just knew it was, it was Rotunda. It was just those two. The rumor is they want to bring back the Fiend character, and the rumor is that they want to bring back Bray Wyatt, but they don't know how they want to do it. The rumor was that Bray got hurt some time ago during some match or whatever. He's recovering and he's back. He's good, but he's trying to get himself mentally ready to go again. Roman Reigns has always picked Bray Wyatt to go against when he was in the Shield, when he was on his face run, anything, because he trusts Bray Wyatt more than a lot of other wrestlers trust him. Because they've had solid matches. They've had good matches. This is my thing. If you bring Bray Wyatt back, you bring back the Fiend. You do not bring back Follow the Buzzards. You don't bring him. Bring the Fiend. If it ends in chicanery where Roman wins, or if it ends where Jay has to lose, and he's got to beat down Jay for a while to get to Roman, and it's just like an ongoing triangle of just anger and everything else and issues or whatever, and it culminates to something else where we get Cody and Roman at 40 again, with this time somehow he loses Solo because Bray took him out. Paul Heyman doesn't know he's doing that. That's okay with me. That's fine with me because that's what they want. They want another 5-star with Cody and Roman. All right. The thing of it is that if you bring back Bray, Jimmy gonna come back and they gonna be attacked. They're fine. Solo and Paul can be in that look. It could just be them. It could just be them. Because now you get to build Solo up slowly but surely. Why can't Solo go for the U.S. title? Why can't someone just go around wrecking shop on people? Hell, fuck it. Why can't you just make a new bloodline without Roman? If you really want to do that. They already teasing the Bray Wyatt return on X.
I can definitely see Logan's other scenario where I can see Roman winning and then Bray Wyatt coming back and attacking him. That'd be a great way to end the show.
Because you can have Roman win in dominant fashion. Sure, you can. The Bray return will have the stadium going nuts. Everybody at home will be going nuts because nobody sees that coming.
No.
And that's kind of how they do this at SummerSlam. We've been getting those kind of returns, those kind of things. Like, who saw Damage Control happen? Was that last year?
That was last year. No one saw that coming.
Nobody saw that coming.
They have to have something. They gotta have
something in the back pocket.
You can't cook the way you cooked at the last pay-per-view and then not cook this pay-per-view. You gotta cook.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro. You right.
I was just gonna say, I just feel like if Paul gets paired with anybody else, it's gonna be like a younger talent. Damian Priest is like in his early mid-40s, so I don't know. I just don't see them. I think Paul will get paired with somebody that
who needs it.
Yeah.
All in Big Trent, baby.
All right, here we go. All right, let's just move on.
Let's
move on. Let's get out of here.
I would say Braun Breaker. I can see that.
That makes sense. Follow us on Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling, on TikTok at Hot Take Wrestling, on now X at Wrestling Take, at NMG TV on YouTube's. These are all the contributors to the Hot Take Wrestling podcast. We appreciate you guys in the chat so much. You guys have been amazing. KK, man, we got to have you on the show next fall, brother. Got to have you on here, bro. We like your takes. We mess with you heavy. Again, man, we really appreciate you guys. This is the second to last episode of this season because we're going to take a break after SummerSlam. Next episode is the season finale. Okay, that's it. Then we're done from there. All right. We'll see y'all in 2-3 months. 2 months, probably 2 months.
What'll be? Yeah, we got to see what pay-per-view.
So we'll see y'all Survivor Series. We'll do a blog on Survivor Series, and we'll see y'all after Survivor Series as a reaction. That's what we'll do. We'll do that.
What was I getting ready to say? I think we should do a celebration of this season at Kenny's favorite restaurant. I won't say it on air. Say it on there.
I mean, more the merrier. I mean, we might have some people locally that want to pop up there. I mean, I'm fine.
I mean, we can put it on. We'll put it on the IG. Maybe.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right. I was like, okay. All right, guys. See
what happened. Logan got people over in this area. I ain't see what area I'm at. He don't want them. he don't want none of them women that he date from 5'2" to 7 feet to find out he over here.
None of the Tyler Rice come out. All right. Say your closing remarks, gentlemen.
Because they think they the only one, and I gotta they not don't. Bang bang!
Say your closing remarks, sir.
We the ones, and we want the smoke, baby.
KG.
I wish you peace, love, and soul.
Hey, know your weight ratios. Fuck tribalism. Be good, y'all. Bye.
Just look at